Well, hello there, YouTube land. How's everybody out there in YouTube land this evening, huh? How you doing, huh? Oh man, all good things here on the Lily 2. Everything on the Lily 2 is doing awesome tonight. Absolutely awesome. Had a very pleasant run today. Made amazing distance today. I am now in Georgetown, South Carolina. I don't know my total miles, but it's pretty close to 50. Pretty close to 50 miles today. I went from Barefoot Marina. Hey, Smokin', what's up, man? I went from Barefoot Marina to here. So very happy. Very happy with things and the way we're moving along. So anyhow, hi dog, hello. Yeah, the way we're moving along. So anyhow, hi dog, hello. How are you? No, get down. I'm live streaming here, dog. Hey, Mike. Good morning. How's things down under, man? So yeah, we're in Georgetown, not the university in Washington D.C. No, not that Georgetown. We're in Georgetown, South Carolina, which is a really nice protected little anchorage with a nice little town with a boardwalk and stuff and a couple dinghy docks for Lily. Get back. Go lay down. I'm live streaming here. Okay. Anyhow, a couple dinghy docks and stuff. So nice little town. So as I'm rolling into town, I'm motoring in, coming through the channel, and there's some kids out there having a little, two-boat sailboat race, and so I'm waiting for them to go around me and get by me, and they go around me, and then I come along, and there's this guy on the boat, and he's like, Grandpa, hey, how you doing? And I was like, okay, I don't know who this guy is, but I turned the wheel, and I swung back around to say hello, and sure enough, it was Dale, who is a guy who has been following my channel for some time. He hasn't been on recently, but he's been on enough. Started following me back up in Alaska. Small world. So here I come into town, and he's all excited to see me and what have you. And now, frankly, I was just going to come in and drop the anchor and just chill on the boat this evening. But he's like, hey man, I'm gonna go get a hamburger. You want to join me? And I was like, oh man, a hamburger and a beer sounded so good. Even though I should not have spent the money on it, I went and got a hamburger and a beer this evening with Dale. He and I had a very pleasant conversation. I wish I could have live streamed more with him, but I couldn't because my cell phone was dead. In fact, when I got back to the boat and plugged my cell phone in, I was at 2%. I was that low in battery, so there's no way I could have done any more. So, hey Pilot, hey Ronnie, hi Miss Shar, hey Coyote, what's up? Must be great to be recognized. Can't wait to meet him. Yeah, Mike, it was nice. Spend money, you only live once. Yeah, well. I love when you chat with the locals and fellow travelers. Yeah, he and I had a really nice conversation. Very similar tales of woe. He's actually here right now. He just got towed today. Almost from Charleston back to here. His transmission is out on his boat. He has to wait for a transmission. And he is on, Social Security. So he actually now has to wait like 3 weeks for his next Social Security check to come in before he can get his transmission fixed. So he's going to be camping out here for a while. He's going to be here for a long time waiting for that repair work to get in. So yeah, I kind of feel bad for Dale. He's going to be stuck here for a while. I offered to help him, because I'm going to be going from here down to Charleston. There's a shop in Charleston that can work on his transmission. I said, well, if you need me to, I said, I'd be happy to carry your transmission for you down to Charleston. I'm heading that way. I'll probably be there in 2 days once I leave here. And I don't know if we're going to do that or not, but I put the offer out there, and he can have me transport his transmission for him if he wants or not. We'll find out with time how that all teach him how to start a YouTube channel. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think Dale wants to do a YouTube channel. He sees all of the crap that I get from people on my YouTube channel, I think, and you know, there are a lot of people that aren't nearly as able to deal with all the troll nonsense like I do. And I think he sees that. He just doesn't want anything to do with them because he would not be nearly as polite as I am. So, yeah, colorful character, interesting individual, very interesting individual. So, like me, he bought his boat for $3,500, and he's got all kinds of things jerry-rigged all over it, apparently. But it works. It works. So, he's having a good time. He lives on his boat with a ferret. His pet is a ferret. So. I don't know, Mike. I'm not seeing any indication of any kind of buffering here at my end. So pilot says good here. Okay. So it might just be where you're at, Mike. It might just be where you're at. I don't know. Got an itch. Sitting there at a little outside place having that burger. I think I got a couple mosquito bites sitting there. So. You're a salty curmudgeon. Yes, well, I'm a whole lot more polite than a whole lot of people would like to be, so. I can assure you there's a lot of people that watch what goes on my YouTube channel that would be a whole lot less polite than I am, so. Probably just where I'm at, although I can see a cell tower from here, thanks. Yeah, I don't know, Mike. I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. No buffering with Miss Yard. Okay, nobody else seems to be buffering but you, Mike. So it must be something there locally. Just try refreshing. That'll probably fix it up and solve the problem. So anyhow, so had a real good run today. Interesting bit of water. I left the Barefoot Marina early this morning, filled the fuel tanks up, filled the gas cans up. I didn't get gas, just diesel. They didn't have any gasoline. So right now I wouldn't invest in Towboat US. Well, I got membership with Boat US, and I'm very happy with it at this point. So I've certainly made good use of it. Hey, Dan Carter, how you doing? Hello. You're willing to put up with it since it finances your cause. Well, that's part of the reason, Mr. Twister. That's certainly not all the reason. I'm willing to put up with it because there's a lot of good people on here that are having a good time and enjoying the content that I'm putting up, and I enjoy those people. Has nothing to do with money, actually. The dinghy ride. The dinghy was good. I made some mistakes with the dinghy today. I need to put more air in it. It needs to be pumped up a little bit more. It's a little low on air pressure. I have to tighten up the plug in the rear of the dinghy, so I'm gonna have to pull it up on the dock tomorrow and do that. And for some reason I couldn't get the motor started. I don't know why. It's been laying on its side, probably flooded the carburetor. You know, it's been laying on its side for the last, I don't know how long. It is on the dinghy now. It's going to stay on the dinghy from here on. So I did not get the motor fired up on the dinghy. I'm going to work more on that tomorrow and see if I can figure out what the deal is. Pretty sure I just flooded the carburetor by laying the dinghy on its side, or laying the motor on its side here in the cockpit. So I'm sure we'll get it cleaned out and fired up. I may have to pull the spark plug and clean the spark plug out. I'm sure that will probably solve that problem. No. I'm sorry if I keep looking over there, but I have my anchor alarm set on my iPad, and so, oh wow, that gives me more light there too. So I'm monitoring my anchor alarm because I had to put out like 0 scope tonight because how close the anchorage is here, so I have to be careful and watch that. You should trade up for one. Yeah, when I get working, I'll buy a bigger motor for it. So, okay. Hey, Patrick. So interesting motoring going on. Seen a lot of devastated houses, broken up boats. There was one community that I went through that every house, almost every house in that community had a water line about 5-6 feet up on the walls. Where the high water had gotten up and flooded their downstairs, and it was sort of a bummer seeing all these houses that had been destroyed and devastated. I know Marie Morrissey asked me about that in the comments. She said, isn't it kind of sad doing that? And yes, it is. But the other side of that coin is there's a lot of people with that, you know, typical indomitable spirit that they're going to live on, and, you know, so they go out there and they clean their walls and they paint the bottom and they replace the furniture and they go back to life as usual. So, you know, damn the hurricanes and what have you. We're going to live and enjoy where we live. So there are some people that just pick up the pieces and go back to work and fix it up, clean it up, and go back to life. And then there are other people who pack it in and quit and run away from it. So I'm of the clean it up, fix it up, go back to work and continue with life genre, as opposed to the quit and go home because, oh my God, a storm, you know, we had water in the house. So interesting seeing the contrast of one house versus the next along that stretch. Seen a lot of really nice fancy houses today, seen some really fancy docks, seen some really crappy houses today. Thumbnail today is a boat that I saw washed up on the ground, ran aground, it was blown up in there, so it was kind of rough. Yes, would be. Thanks for reminding me. Yes, John Dolan is doing a match right now, guys. Anybody that donates to my PayPal tonight, anybody that donates to my PayPal tonight, John Dolan's going to match dollar for dollar. So if you donate $5, he'll donate $5. You donate $20, he'll donate $20. Up to $1,000. Up to $1,000. Now, what I'm going to use that money for is to buy a new laptop, computer, so I can get back to editing and producing some more content. Something that is important to me. It would enable me to earn more money through my patrons, because I'm not putting any patron content up right now. And it would be better content. I could have the lily cam, I can do the drone stuff. There's a lot, I can do underwater footage. There's a lot of stuff that now that we're getting into the cleaner waters, we can start doing. But I need to get the computer so that I can start editing those videos. So John Dolan was gracious enough to do a match. So if you hit my PayPal tonight, John Dolan's going to match it dollar for dollar. So please do that if you would. And yeah, thanks for that. So anyhow, some really interesting houses along the way. I did pay my bill at the marina this morning. I fueled up. Pretty much tapped me out. Pretty much took almost the last dollar. I did have enough funds to get in here and buy a burger and a beer. But after paying for the repair work for my throttle cable, and then the marina stay and the fuel, it's pretty much devastated the economy here briefly for a while. So that's all right. We'll get back on track here pretty quick. No, we'll get back on track pretty quick. I'm confident of that. So anyhow, we're in Georgetown. I did not expect to be this far, guys. In fact, the place that I expected to be at today, I went through at about 1:30. So once or twice and nothing to see. Well, Bubba, I'm sorry the way you feel that. I find the lily cam pretty interesting, especially when she goes different places. So it's going to be really interesting to watch the lily cam when she goes swimming. That'll be fun. Yeah, go buy a ticket. Okay. I am not out of food on the boat, no. You spent your last dollar on a burger beer. Did I hear that right? Pretty much, Evil No Evil, yeah. I think I spent my last funds were well spent on a burger and a beer. You know, some people may not understand or appreciate that, but you know, when all you got left is 20 bucks left in your account and you have the opportunity to go get a burger and a beer, you might as well go ahead and get a burger and a beer, because that 20 bucks isn't going to make a damn bit of difference than anything else. You might as well enjoy it and have a good burger and a beer and put your mind right and get yourself back in a positive framework. So, okay, so we're just going to end that right there. Tickle Me Fan, I'm done. So why would you spend money on a beer? Well, if you have to ask that, you don't understand, Freedom. That's all I'm going to say. If you have to ask that, you just don't understand. So, you mentioned donate to PayPal. Can you explain the difference between that and what I see here, red box that says donate? Cal Venture, the red box is for Super Chat. It's called Super Chat, where you can donate through YouTube. The problem with Super Chat is two things. One, I don't see that money till the 21st of next month. And two, YouTube takes a very large percentage. They take like 1/3 of the money for in exchange taking care of processing the funds and stuff. So I lose a lot of money when you go through Super Chat. When you donate through PayPal, I get 100% of the money and I get it literally overnight. You donate now, it'll be in my account moments later. So it's immediate and they don't take a percentage. So it's a much better deal donating through PayPal than it is to donate through Super Chat. Damn it, YouTube didn't notify me again. I'm sorry, Patrick. No, Mike, I disagree with that. It's not the hell with common sense. It's just sometimes you just gotta get a burger and a beer, you know? And when you've had a pretty crappy week like I've had up until today, and then I went for I've been on the go for 9 hours today, guys. I was on the go for 9 hours today. You get done, you want to sit down, relax, and have a burger and a beer. Especially when you get invited by a fan. You get invited by a fan to sit down and have a beer with them and have a burger and talk. So you don't be rude, you go do that. So motor today, you're doing the keeping on. My boat. Yes, Bishar, we covered a lot of ground today. A lot of ground. When I got into the Wakama, and I know I'm not saying that correctly, when I got into the Wakama River, the flow of the river picked up my speed. I was doing 7 miles an hour most of today. Almost all day today. Alright guys, I'm having problems with my battery. My cord, for some reason, isn't charging. So let me try swapping some stuff around here a minute and see if I can't get us in a better place. Hopefully that will work better. Hopefully that's a better power cord. My long power cord is beginning to crap out on me, so I gotta watch on that. Well, you know you could come on live and fundraise. Okay. Whatever. I really don't care about your judgment, what you guys think about what I do and what I don't do. If you don't understand why sometimes you just need to sit down and have a burger and a beer, then you don't understand. And that's okay. It's okay that you don't understand. So I'm just going to ignore your comments. So that's easy for me. Yep, I deleted Tickle Me Fin. Yep, tired of his nonsense. Another thing, guys, channel, if you don't like what I'm doing, quit watching. Okay? Go watch bazillion channels, something else. Don't after night giving me a hard time. I've heard it. I heard it before. I'm done hearing it. If you don't like what my channel is, go away. It's really, I don't understand why so many people want to be on my channel. They want to be able to contact. Hey, Tom, thank you, Tom. Tom just hit PayPal. Awesome, man. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, buddy. There's so many people that get so upset that they get blocked from my channel, and yet all they want to do on my channel is give me a hard time. I'm sorry. I'm not in the habit of putting a thorn in my own toe. You know? You don't like my channel? Go away. If you're not smart enough to go away on your own, I'm going to help you go away. Okay, guys? So that's where that's all about. That said, enough with trolls. I'm moving on. Two of my favorite things. Burger and a beer. Yep. No, Freedom. That guy. What guy? Tickle Me Fin. Yeah, Tickle Me Fin had sent me some plates. He did. That doesn't buy him the right to berate me on a daily basis from then on. So, I do not have transmission problems. No, my transmission's fine. What did you call them? What did I call what? Okay, guys, I just explained about Tickle Me Fin. We're moving on. You were buffing. Yeah, burger and beer is no big deal. Yeah. Well, Bubba, you know, there's just some people out there that just feel a need to complain about everything. You know, there's people that come on here for no other purpose but an interest in wanting to hate. And I'm you know, I'm going to let them move on. So, it looked like you had several beers. Nope, just one. No, I'm sorry. That's not incorrect. I had 2 beers, CJ. I had 2 beers. You just called people a name. I did? Okay. I wasn't aware I called anybody a name, but except maybe trolls. I'm not sure if that is a good way to ask for donation. Comes off kind of angry and arrogant. Well, Danny, you're new here. When you've been here for a while, you'll better understand. If you knew the history and what's been going on, you would better understand. But I like burgers. There you go. I thought Tickle was a guy supporter. I'm confused. Yeah, well, there's a lot of people that used to be supporters that, for whatever reason, decide to become judgmental all the time. There's this thing there that certain people, you know, they'll donate something and then feel like that gives them the right to dictate how my life's going to be. It doesn't work that way, guys. It doesn't work that way. Yes, stuck in BC, there was a lot of debris in the water. There was a lot of floating vegetation. I was at flowering plants, actually. These floating flowering plants were everywhere in the Wakama. That was sort of an interesting thing. I've not seen that before. A lot of big, wide open areas, but a lot of current moving right along with me. I mean, I was making tracks today, guys. I mean, I spent most of the day at 7.5 to 8 miles an hour. So, like anybody is here. I don't see the issue of people's own individual choice if they choose to part with their cash. Exactly, Mike. If they want to donate, they can donate. Nobody else's business but theirs. You tell them beforehand. Did I tell who beforehand? No, it's not going to be seen. Not lily pads. It's kind of like a lily pad, but they weren't lily pads. They were more rolled up stuff. Patrick, good question. I don't know yet, Patrick. I'm watching the weather. I kind of was hoping to go provision a little bit tomorrow if I'm adequately successful with fundraising tonight. There's a Piggly Wiggly grocery store about a mile from here, so I could walk to the Piggly Wiggly and pick up some provisions. I'm not out of, I'm kind of low on a few things, and so as a grocery store with walking distance, I like to take advantage of that because Ubers and taxis are too expensive, and so this town has a grocery store here. So if I'm sufficiently successful tonight, I was going to provision tomorrow. If I'm not successful tonight, I'm just going to move on down the line, heading down to the next big town. So, HRC and the deplorables comment. Girl beer burger is on me. So, thank you, Tom. Appreciate that, buddy. I do. There you go. Thank you, Tom. Or was it they thought they were a donation for a certain thing, but you ended up getting something else? I have no idea what you're talking about, Trav. 90% of the people that donate to me are not donating for a particular item. They're just donating money, not for any specific reason. There's a lot of confused people there. Okay. Tell them, Tom, I don't think it's thinking. Valiant effort. There you go. Tom, I agree. Okay. I don't know what you want me to elaborate on, but I wasn't planning on elaborating on anything, so. Anyhow, enough of that nonsense. So, yeah, tomorrow I'm going to be halfway between here and where? Hold on a minute, I'll tell you. I'm going to be in a remote location, much I know. I'm going to be in a spot with probably out cell service tomorrow night. So, Yeah, the LED lights are working beautifully, ma'am. The LED lights are working really beautifully. Okay, so tomorrow I'm going to be heading towards Charleston, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get to Charleston. I don't know yet. It depends on how the water flow is. It depends on the tides. It depends on the currents. It depends on the weather. I'm in Georgetown. I'm going to try to get to Charleston, but I don't think I'm going to make it there. I think I'm going to fall short. So I'll probably be somewhere in that great void between Charleston and Georgetown, probably out in the middle of a swamp someplace. But that's just what it's going to be. So if I'm not in Charleston tomorrow, I will be in Charleston the next day. So okay. Remember, kids' Skittles actually do come in rainbows. Okay. Yes, Charleston is a very major push. It really is. That's why I'm saying I'm going to be heading towards Charleston, but I don't think I'm going to make it. But I didn't think I was going to make Georgetown tonight either. I didn't think I was going to be anywhere near Georgetown tonight, and yet I made it here to Georgetown without a problem. So, the low country. Yes, Coyote, I am in the low country. That's very true. To get to Charleston, you can get on the hook directly across from the municipal marina. They may have a shuttle. Okay, cool. Gators love swamps. They have cell towers in Charleston now. Okay. Yeah, it's not, the problem isn't having cell service in Charleston. The problem is having cell service in between Charleston and Georgetown. It's been reported to me that there's a great big void between the two. Yep, use my sales every chance I get. Thank you, pilot. Appreciate you doing that. Huh. Anyhow, so that's where I'm going to be kind of heading to tomorrow. I don't know how much success I'm going to have getting there, but that's going to kind of be the plan for tomorrow. We're going to be heading towards Georgetown. We're going to get to Charleston. We're going to as close to Charleston as we can. If you see Scarlett O'Hara, tell her I said hi. Okay, will do. Will do. Frankly, Scarlett, I don't give a damn. Yeah, will do. It was sort of interesting areas. It was really eclectic, the areas I went through. It was like some places I was in these really spooky wooded areas, flooded timber. Guys, I'm getting a weird sound outside. Hold on a minute. I just want to check real quick and see what this noise is out there. Hold on a minute. Okay, everything seems to be fine. I think there was just a big boat going by. But for some reason, my generator sounded a lot louder than what I thought it would be. So, I guess it's just the way I have it situated right now. All right, what else we got going on? Hey, Steve, Fair, and Sarah, how you doing? Remember, anything and anywhere between where you're at, Mount Pleasant and Charleston, is very expensive. Yeah, I'm not planning on stopping anywhere. We're going to be on the hook. I'm on the hook right now. I'm planning on being on the anchor for a while now. Be careful. All right, thank you. I will. Don't go outside. It's spooky. Or who else gives you this kind of content? Nobody. All right, Mr. Twister. I appreciate you finally recognizing that. I don't give a dang about hamburger and beer either. There you go, Dan. Don't want you to get mugged or something. Yeah, silky smooth throttle cable. Yes, pilot. Actually, I had to laugh today, pilot. You know, my boat vibrates. I have a lot of vibration in my boat. And so what was happening is I pushed the throttle forward, and as it vibrated, the throttle was starting to come back up. It's so loose now, it has hardly any tension on it. So it was starting to come back up. So I've come to the practice today now. I hang my binoculars on the throttle, and that holds the throttle down in the right position. So I just keep hanging my back, keeps me. But yeah, just a little learning curve trying to figure out. I also noticed the steering is a little different. You know, he loosened up the steering, and then we put that board in there and braced the steering in the back of the boat. That seems to have tightened up the steering a little bit as well, because the boat's handling a little bit nicer today than what it has in the past as well. So, if you were to write a book about your adventures, what would you call it? Oh gosh, I have no idea, Miss Shar. I have no idea. Walking Dead Trolls, maybe? We're hosting bridge at our house tonight, 8 people or so, playing you on the TV, and I've never seen old people laugh so much about what they were watching. Okay, Joel Sniper, I'm glad you guys are having some fun with it. Isolated area. I am not, no. Oh, let me shut that fan off. That fan's awful noisy. No, I am not in a remote area. I am right out in front of a town tonight. I am right in front of the town of Georgetown. I'm in Georgetown, South Carolina right now. Yep. Thought you said in the marina there's very few places to anchor. That's true. There's very few places to anchor. I am anchored, but there's very few places to anchor. Have you figured out the outboard issues? No, Seafair and Sarah, I have not figured out the outboard issues. Tomorrow I'm going to pull the spark plug out and clean it, and that probably will do it. So that make you a hooker. Feel good offshore with the sails up. Okay, well you go for that, Freedom. I'm not going offshore right now. It's blowing a hoolie out there, and there's 5-foot seas. I'm not going to go out and that stuff. That's crazy. Okay, people that understand, 90%, all right, maybe 80%, 80% sailboats that travel from New England to the Caribbean travel the ICW. I get passed by sailboats every day. The majority of the sailboats run down the ICW because it's fun, it's protected, it's easy on the boats, it's a pleasant trip, and you're not outside getting beat up in the wind and the waves. So, you know, I'm amazed at how many people get on here, oh, you should be offshore sailing. No, you shouldn't. No, you shouldn't. Only an idiot would go outside and be beat up in 4.5-foot waves when I can motor here in the intercoastal. That's the reason the intercoastal exists. The intercoastal is here now and being maintained now, not for commercial traffic. It's being maintained now for all the pleasure boats that go up and down the ICW. So it's a veritable highway right now with boats moving south from, you know, the East Coast into the Caribbean. So, you know, so many people who obviously have no experience in sailing say, oh, you should be outside, put your sails up. No, you shouldn't. You motor down the ICW. It's much safer. So, okay. Is there a friction? No, there's not. There might be a way to adjust tension. Nope. I'm going to now. It's a 2-cycle, Bubba. Joe P. Jacksonville has a cool second-hand marine store. Close walk from the water, maybe you can sell some stuff. Joe, why am I going to? Never mind. I'm done arguing the pack. I'm done arguing with it, Joe. You just got to get over it, man. You either have to accept the fact that this is what goes on my channel, or move on. That's going to be my advice to you. You're getting ready for down to Georgia and Savannah. I haven't been through there. I'm too deep. You will make it, but it gets really snaky and slow. Okay, thanks, Steve. I appreciate that, buddy. Hey, Slipstream, how you doing, man? Sitting in the hospital. Ooh, full D replacement. All good here. All right, man. I'm sorry to hear that, Slipstream, but I'm glad you're all right, man. Good to know. Good to know, man. You take care of yourself. You can motor and not have to deal with the sails, especially the main. Okay. It's expensive from Georgetown to Jacksonville, Charleston, Hilton Head, Savannah, St. Thomas, Georgia. Stop at Millionaires Row. Okay, well, if you stop at all the marinas, I try to stay away from marinas. So. All manual. He does not have options of pushing buttons, main, jib, anchor, windlass, and Delos. That's right, Bill. That's very true. He's not so everyone shut up about it. Okay. Planning on spending Thanksgiving with family. I don't know yet. I don't. It depends on how quickly I can get down to Florida, but I don't think so. I don't think I'm gonna have the time and money to get things organized fast enough for me to do that. I would love to have a vehicle in time so I could drive up to Ohio just for a night or two to spend Thanksgiving with family, but I don't think so. But I am planning on being up there for Christmas, so. Okay, the Doug's in the hospital too, I believe. The Doug was in the hospital. I don't know if he still is or not. Tailwind, you can sail to Charleston, St. Augustine, a good day in one day. Okay. Yep, you could, but if anybody's been watching the weather, it's not a good day to go outside right now. This next couple of days is not going to be a good day, so. Did you keep the old one for? Okay. Okay, well. Yep, I'm glad of that. Edson pedestal has a throttle friction screw inside the pedestal. Okay, good luck with that. Good luck with that, because I didn't see any anywhere on the installation, and I was right there watching them put it in. I didn't see any adjustment on that. There's simply a clamp that holds the two cables in place, and there's one screw that holds that clamp to the side of the pipe. There's no adjustment on the tension for that. When you get settled, can all get together. Doesn't signify having to be on just day. Just being together is a blessing. I agree with that, Kelly Venture. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, once I get down to Florida, I was planning on trying to have some sort of get-togethers for people, so. College benches, what do you think? You're the government managing a company after a bankruptcy bailout. Waiting on accounting for college expenses, what do you think? You're the government with? I don't understand what all that's about front line, but okay. Flat season, 0 win, I'm lost. All right, Freedom, I'm just not going to argue with you. You know, you do whatever you want to do, man. I don't like taking my boat out in 4.5, 5 foot seas and getting beat up. So, we're drinking seltzer water right now, man. I never had knee soup. I wasn't angry with the mechanics, Mike. I was angry with the mechanic's employer who tried to overcharge me for the job. Yes, that's all settled, so. One of my old boats, there was a screw that held the handle to the pedestal just under the chrome trim. Yeah, there's, Coyote, there's none on my, there is not one of those on my boat. But it doesn't have that. So, trip to Florida is done. How much do you think you will have spent on fuel? I don't know, Tucker. I'll figure that out when I get there. Still 1,500 miles, unlike others who have models cooking for them and sitting back counting cash. Yeah, thank you, Bill. Yeah, a lot of people don't seem to understand that. I mean, I'm more than 15. I'm over 1,800 miles now that I've covered by myself. So, oh, Joe, get over yourself. Okay, guys, I'm done arguing. Next person who gives me a hard time about the fact I'm motoring down the ICW instead of sailing. Clearly, you don't have a clue what people do when they move their boats from the New England down here. I'm just not going to argue with you anymore. Okay. You will be booted from the channel. I'm just going to tell you that right now. So. Nice mood no more. No, people are pissed. Thank you, Would Be. Very good of you to do that. I resubscribe Carl so we can chat. Hey, Dale, man. Okay, for those of you that just had the burger go, been here. I'm glad there's a screw on the pedestal. Is no on mine. There's no adjustment on mine. I've been all over it. I looked at it. There is not one on there. The progress you made. Well, thank you, Miss Shar. I think it's remarkable the progress I've made too. You know, considering when I left Sandusky, I was broke. I'm now here in South Carolina. I'm still broke, but I'm 1,800 miles further down the line towards my journey. And right now, my boat is working beautifully. Everything on my boat is firing on all cylinders. Everything is working perfectly at the moment. So I'm really happy with that. So. Nope. I was interfering with the stream quality. Buffering like crazy. Yeah, I'm sorry. Not buffering here at my end. In fact, actually, my signal seems to be better. So, all one. There you go. And you have worked so hard to get this far. I have worked pretty hard to get this far. I mean, a lot of people apparently don't think I do anything but sit on my butt all day long, but hey, you know, obviously you guys don't know what it's like to live on a sailboat and travel like I've been doing, so people need to get over themselves. I'm always amazed at how these people, anyhow, let's move on from trolls. So Dale, buddy, it was a real pleasure having a burger and a beer with you today, man. That was the highlight of my week so far. That's, believe it or not, that's the most fun I've had in a long time. So I really appreciate that, Dale. It was nice to sit down with somebody, another cruiser, somebody who understands and knows what's going on, and have a burger and a beer with you, man. That was very pleasant. So let's give Carl a 50-foot with all electric models crew, and you'll see him main and jib up. Actually, Bill, if I had a 50-footer with electric and models and crew, I would still be in the ICW. Well, it depends on how deep my draft is. If my draft is too deep, I wouldn't be in the ICW. But I wouldn't want a sailboat with too deep of a draft. So people don't seem to understand. I mean, you know, why why go beat yourself up? You know, okay, I'm going to use the analogy of this, okay? You've got a paved 4-lane highway, superhighway, to go from where you are to where you want to go. But instead of doing that, these folks suggest that instead, because I have a 4-wheel drive truck, I should go drive on the dirt and go cross country, drive across rivers, drive across through the woods, drive through the trees. That's what I should do instead of staying in my nice paved 2-lane superhighway. It's just foolish. That's the best analogy I can give for those people that don't understand. When you've got a beautiful paved 2-lane highway to run in, you run on that. You don't go off road and beat the crap out of yourself and your rig just because it can. I mean, just because it can. That makes no sense. Thank you, Stuck in BC. I appreciate that. Everything's great on your boat. You're all set. At John Corbett, at the moment, everything is working fine. Everything's working really good. Yeah, Evil, I can't afford to be buying anybody lunch, so it was a pleasant surprise. Thank you. Okay, Dale, that's cool, man. It was really good catching up with you and talking. So, Patrick, I have a 5-foot draft. Hey, Willie T, what's up? I take the path less traveled. Make people understand, Carlo, you don't love to sail, so why should you? I never said I don't love to sail. I do like to sail, but I also like to stay safe, and I'm trying to make miles. And you know, what am I? So the other option, if I wanted to sail, if I was going to be a purist and I'm going to sail the whole way there, I'd have to sit in an anchorage and wait for a weather window in order to go to the outside and sail down the outside. You got to wait for a weather window, so you've got the wind blowing in the right direction. Okay, and for those people that don't seem to understand this, there's something called the jet stream. Let me give some people a little bit of an education here. There's something called the jet stream, the current in the water. It goes from Florida and it runs north. So if you go on the outside and try sailing south, you're sailing against the jet stream. In addition, sailboats need to have the wind blowing in the right direction. If the wind's blowing straight in the direction, straight from the direction you want to go, it's probably not a good idea to try to sail that direction, so you don't. I mean, it just, so many people just don't seem to understand that they're clueless, they have no experience, and yet they're trying to suggest to do something that's just ridiculous. So, oh man. Let's see, you get hurt offshore, sorry, but true. Yeah, Bill, I agree with you. I think a lot of people are wanting me to go offshore and just so things break down and stuff. My Corvette will do 150 from the factory. I don't do that light to light. There you go, pilot, exactly. I also had the pleasure of enjoying a burger and a beer with Carl. Really nice guy. We really enjoyed watching him morph adventure. Well, thank you, Charlene. So offshore with your boat. Fix it first. Yeah, I do have a bad cable right now. One of my stays needs to be fixed. Tim Truck 17. Okay, huh? Weird. I'm way behind the chat here. Sorry, guys. Holy crap! Just what you said, you had to dinghy back to your boat and let your dog do it. Why can't you take her to shore? And I do when I do. When I'm underway, I can't do that. She's not going to wait for me to stop the boat, put an anchor down, get the anchor set, and get the dinghy set up, and then load her and then take her to shore. She's not going to wait for all that. If she has to go to the bathroom, she goes up on the bow and she does her business. Oh, gosh. Thank you. Yes, common sense. Very much so. Yep. Yeah, there is more bad weather heading our way. There's some rain on Thursday. I'm getting nowhere and wearing yourself out. Should be fun, not torture. Exactly, stuck in BC. I see who you are now. Who did you used to be? What are you talking about, Mike? We're okay. I suspect engine mount unsecured big ass anchor. No place to keep a big dink on deck. Stay in sheltered waters. I agree. All that stuff. Well, my anchor is secured though. My anchor is always secured. Joe, it wasn't that you were telling me about the marine store, it was you inferring that I should sell all my stuff to fund my trip. That was the thing that ticked me off. So again, this is the kind of nonsense I'm dealing with on a regular basis. Oh, he was just trying to be helpful. Yeah, well, you were just trying to be helpful, but you were also trying to get a dig in there, trying to tell me I should sell all my stuff to, because that's your way of thinking about stuff. So that's nonsense. Wants to be fit and purpose. You got a problem with that? Yeah, I know, Tom. I don't have to justify anything. So, okay, Gulfstream, Jetstream, whatever. You guys knew what I was talking about. Yep, I have a drone. What about it? Tim Truck shared a video. Okay. Whatever. Thank you, Tim Trucks. Oh, man. So anyhow, we're going to be heading out. We're probably going to be someplace anchored out in a fairly remote location tomorrow night. So there may not be a live stream tomorrow night. We just got to wait and see where I get to and what signal I have when I get there. But the word that I have is that between here and the next big city, there's a big area without cell service. So you guys are funny. You really are. You really are. Unreal. So, anywho, so I may not have cell phone service for tomorrow night signal. Anyhow, once again, I'm going to give everybody a reminder that John Dolan's doing a match right now. For those guys that just showed up on the channel that didn't hear this earlier, John Dolan's doing a match. Anybody that donates through PayPal tonight, John Dolan's matching dollar for dollar. So if you donate 5, he'll donate 5. You donate 10, he donates 10. You donate 100, he'll donate 100. So any amount anybody wants to donate, John Dolan's going to match it dollar for dollar. So it's a good time to go ahead and donate now. You get twice the bang for your buck. And I'm going to be using those funds to get a new computer so I can go back to making some more content. We'll have some more lily cams, some drone footage, all that kind of stuff once I have the computer so I can edit the videos. Yeah, Evil, I'm with what I'm doing because of fools and trolls. So you take care, man. You'll do bar work or similar to help tide over the real estate commissions. Almost to 1,000. Nope, not even close to 1,000. A real job or keep leeching off of Carl's haters. Trav, I'm tired of getting the nonsense from the trolls, Trav. All I'm saying is that we're not at 1,000, okay? We're well below 1,000. We're not even halfway there yet. I'll give you that much, okay? Let the trolls simmer down. Ah, damn the trolls. I don't care about the trolls. Keep it, you need extra help. It's not bad. Okay, whatever. Guys, my channel, when I get to Florida, my channel is going to continue just as it is right now. We're just going to continue making content, but we're going to be able to do a lot more different. Oh, Mike, you know, you're obviously clueless because I didn't get anywhere near $1,000 yesterday. So, you know, again, this is the kind of nonsense that, you know, you people wonder why I get frustrated and upset. You get somebody on here, oh, you got $1,000 yesterday. No, I didn't. I didn't get anywhere close to that. Didn't get anywhere close to that. Oh, but yes, everybody knows my business. So anyhow, shameless shout out time. A YouTube channel or some other social media you want to promote, go ahead and give yourself a shameless shout out. So maybe you can pick up some subscribers and help build your channel. So you had 1,000. No, Mike, listen. I have somebody who will match $1,000. It doesn't mean I'm at $1,000. That he will match whatever anybody donates. He's going to match up to. Again, they only hear. Don't have trouble. I'm gonna get the 8 app on their phone. New subscribers for you. Oh, cool. Truck controls now. Actually, my subscriber numbers are growing pretty nicely. I've picked up quite a few subscribers here in the last few days, so I'm real pleased with that. Fundraising, try laying low for a few days. Front low. I'm not laying low. I'm not going to give them the time of day. They're not worth it. You know, and the overall reality of it is, it's only about, you know, 10 or 15 very vocal people who feel like they want to just push my buttons and give me a hard time. You know, the other 2,700 subscribers that I have could care less what the trolls think. So, let's see. First Street Origami Junk Raid Motor Sailor out in front here. Oh, cool. Shoes Australia, like it really good vids. Cool. Chris Bammon, okay. Girl, there you go, Bill, okay. Dodgers versus the Sox, there you go. Using that with the match, yep, that's what he's doing. It's the Seeker, the boat, okay. That's all donation dollars till the end. Yep, it is. It's growing every day. We're back to growing again, so that's a good thing. So, 74-foot project bed, okay. Lockdown, I don't want the problems. For purchase. No, somebody bought a bunch of subscribers. That's why I think my subscriber number actually right now is showing like 3,900. Reality is it's about 1,500 less than that. Somebody bought 1,500 trolls, so, or 1,500 subscribers. That's just not accurate. So, are you stopping off anywhere in the Caribbean? Eventually I'll be stopping everywhere in the Caribbean. But not right at the moment, I'm trying to get down to Florida, and the Bahamas. Like the overall channel, let's talk about money would be nice. We all need money. Okay. Okay. All right, guys. Well, with that said, we're getting pretty close to the hour, so we're just going to go ahead and move on. So, yeah, I don't know, Patrick. Some of these trolls are just real whack. You know, they've been doing all kinds of. I don't know. I don't get it, but somebody did. And you know, it's just an absolute waste of time. Subscribers means nothing. Subscribers I have is absolutely. I mean. The only number that means anything is how many views my videos get. That's what matters, is how many views it is. Having a million subscribers or having one subscriber doesn't matter. It's how many people watch my video. That's what I get paid for. I get paid by how many times people watch an advertisement on my videos. Well, CPM. That's what I get paid for. So I don't know why somebody would buy subscribers. It was ridiculous. Doesn't age money. For camera gear, you would think 2 million would have bought the best. That's YouTube for you, yep. Gotta take the rough with the smooth. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So, anyhow, the good news is, guys, the boat is working beautifully. Everything's functioning on the boat perfectly. Everything is on here, is working beautifully right now. So I'm real happy with the way the boat's going. I could not believe the distance I covered today. It was really I really enjoyed motoring down the ICW today. It was interesting to look at stuff. One day today, so I was covering Georgetown tomorrow. I'm really pleased with that. I'm hoping that trend continues for a while, and if it does, then I'll be a happy camper. So, anyhow, with that said, guys, we're at the end of the hour, so we're gonna go ahead and this live stream. From here, let me just jump back and miss. Yep, stuck in BC. Views is the only number that counts. Still bitching, we're getting people along. And our fact that you've gone almost 2,000 miles. Yeah, I know, Coyote. I know. Yeah, Frontline, I don't have an update on Doug. I've not spoken to Doug the last couple of days. Well, I'm sorry, Mike, you're confused. Yes, Mike. Once I get down to Florida, I will put the name Rosie on the dinghy. I don't know. National Girl gets $20. Exactly, Woodbeast. There you go. There you go. So when a whole bunch, and Mike, just to clarify, so if you put in $10 and a whole bunch of other people put in $10 and all those $10 combined equals $1,000, then I have another viewer who's matching that. He's going to give me $1,000. Whatever everybody else donates, whatever everybody else donates between now and the end of the month, up to $1,000, he will match it. So if I'm successful at pushing this right now and get people to donate a combination of $1,000 in donations, then he will match it, and I will end up with a total of $2,000 that way. So I know Doug was in the hospital. I don't know if he's still in the hospital. Doug, for those of you guys that don't know, Doug, this is an ongoing thing with Doug. It happens all the time. It's not a unique situation. Doug gets cysts on his kidneys. Those cysts rupture. He goes in the hospital. They load him up with antibiotics, give him a couple of days in the hospital, then they send him home again. This has happened repeatedly since I've been. So it's not like it's a unique, one-of-a-kind, even unexpected thing. Doug goes through this all the time on a regular basis. It's part of his problem with his kidney and stuff. I'm not trying to belittle it. I mean, it's still a major issue, but so I don't know if Doug's still in the hospital, if he's home tonight or not. He's been in the hospital a couple of nights. I would expect he's going to be home very soon, if not tonight. So until match date, the end of the month, Trav. Good night, Godspeed. Big push for Charles. Thank you, man. Appreciate that, Patrick. For us, when you give him a call. Okay. All our thirds are with Doug. Yep. Doug's a good guy. Doug is a good guy. So, all right, guys. I'm going to end this here. Good night, everybody. Be careful. Remember, the description down below, there's links to my PayPal and Patreon should you want to contribute. If not, well, that's fine too. But in the description down below, there's links to the PayPal. It's paypal.me/Carl Brook. With that said, good night, everybody. We'll talk to you later. Bye.